I'm here. Is my character conscious?
We're in Magnamar now.
Who did I use heal on? Why is heal not used on myself?
Used it on Abysm before you
Who
got
almost died.
hit really hard. Yeah, he almost died.
The only reason why you, like, almost died, we keep saying, is because I didn't recognize your health at the time, and you would have backed out one round sooner, and that crit might not have even been on you. It would have went towards somebody else, probably. It was just after I crit you, I
Not
looked at
me.
your health, and I was like, oh, I suppose I should have moved him. So, so we justified it, but yeah. No, it wouldn't have been Nizzo. It probably would have been Abysm, honestly. Because he was still nearby.
I mean, I haven't played this character super wise, but I haven't put this character in any situation where it's like I did with Rivka. I'm gonna go in
I'm gonna run
versus the
ahead.
boss all by myself.
No running ahead for you.
I still like doing that though in a way because in a sense at least because when the payoff for when things like that actually work is it's so good. It just feels so awesome when you have like one character go up and heroically like even if you don't defeat if you didn't like just hold your own for like a few rounds would have been pretty awesome.
Well, kind of like how
But
Maloki probably
it
felt pretty
obviously didn't
good
play out
last
that way.
night.
Yeah, or even in the first time we fought Dretch when everyone got fucking nauseated Cloud and
Safa
you had
didn't.
to like
Or wait, I did. But it came off
yeah,
sooner.
you did.
Yeah, we
Everyone was nauseated for like 6 rounds or some bullshit, and then or 5 or whatever it was. I think it was the maximum was 5. But yeah. Of course, that one didn't go quite as well. Like at least this time, Maloki just like didn't really get that hurt by him. The first time
Yeah.
he actually got knocked unconscious.
If you guys didn't run into the room, I could have just flurry a snowballed like the bottom floor and just stand on the outside of the cloud and wait for it to fall off. Though they probably would have put another one up, but I don't know. That's why I was like, if I go into this room, I'm out. If it's a gamble, but if I don't go into the room, I don't have anything to do. So I took the gamble and I failed. Oh. Okay. Anyways, to this game, immediately Henrik teleported you guys to Amara, after they kind of started healing you up a little bit. And we ended session right there, so you guys pretty much just arrived at Magnamar.
I'd probably at least like. Actually, does Amara have it like we probably wake her up, and if she has like a heal spell or something, then that would be enough. Otherwise, I could always just use a wand a little bit.
I have some heal spells.
Okay.
How do I target myself on the combat tracker again?
Where's my loyal viewer, Bobo the Goat?
I don't know. I wonder where that guy is.
Dang it, I was hoping he was gonna donate.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I guess I can get that stream open on.
Yeah,
So
only
how do I target myself on the combat tracker?
Control click. Oh, I have to, there. You should be able to do it now.
Thanks.
I should have the stream open just so if I'm like, that roll was bullshit, they can go look and be like, okay, never mind, it was a real roll.
You'll start to notice that, like, all of the rolls are bullshit. I don't even know why I roll
This was
dice.
a horrible idea.
I just say hit or miss. You know, whatever. No, I mean I
The
love
dice
the
are illusions.
idea. I love the idea of the dice, completely depicting the yes or no of everything, and so I just pretty much play it by how the dice roll.
Yeah.
It's more fun, I think.
I don't even remember, where was my shop at again? I was like over here in
It's the
9
Red
or
X.
something, I think.
No,
Oh,
that's your
okay.
house. Red X is your house. Is your shop also your house?
My house is in the shop. Like, my house is like above the shop, kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's the Red X. You chose it to be
I'm
on
Been
that
like
going
lower
to
so long
level.
since
cast
we were
this
here.
spell on myself to heal myself, and I'm going to burn all of it for healing over
Did you buy your wife a present? Are you gonna go see
10
her?
minutes.
Yes. Well, at least on the second one. I don't know if I'm gonna buy her a present necessarily yet, but
Just find a
If you
rose
obviously
or a
that's
flower on your way there.
gosh, that fucking sucks.
yeah. Obviously that's where Nizzo would be staying for the night.
Honey, I'm home
I'm
for
assuming
a
we're staying
night.
here. Yeah. I'm assuming we're staying at least for a whole like until tomorrow.
You're like, don't ask. The world's gonna end. I have to do something about it. That'd probably put her in a panic, actually.
Yeah, probably. Nizzo probably just tells her that like it probably won't be much further until this whole business is wrapped up.
Hmm.
Because at least he gets the sense that we're getting close.
So he thinks.
Yeah, he thinks. He might be completely wrong on that.
Who
There might
knows?
be like at least like 3 more dungeons or something, I don't know.
Oh god, that's such a small number in comparison. I think we're reaching the point of the book where Mantis don't like. Though there are plenty of puzzles, so maybe Mantis will like it, but welcome to Dungeon Land, guys.
Book 5 typically is the place where they do that.
Book 5, the dungeon book. Well, I mean, it is Asuaka Prison. Is that how you say it? I can't even remember now. Is that really a dungeon?
The Akovskaya prison.
Yeah. I mean, an outside dungeon that you can come and go from.
Yeah, it's not quite a dungeon,
Yeah.
but it is combat heavy.
They put their dungeon in book 3 on that one, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
The dungeon that's notorious for everybody fucking hates it.
This is for Abysm and myself. We both feel heal to full.
Yeah, I guess that's the question is, are you guys gonna stay the evening here in Magnamar?
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't think we really have a choice.
I mean, we could go somewhere else if you guys want.
Well, I mean, in any case, we're not going back and like fighting the dragon with even less spells.
Oh yeah, we're not fighting the dragon.
We don't have any other leads, like we couldn't just go do something else and then come back to the dragon later, could we? I can't think of anything else we need to do really right now. Like that's kind of the only direction we have right now.
All
Yeah,
you
I'm
guys
not
really
sure.
want, as far as I'm aware, is to get to the Rune Forge. And he's blocking you.
Right, and I can't think of anything else that we're like trying to do right now.
Sacred Abysm is at full health now.
Okay. You didn't target him? Oh.
No, because it's a healing over time.
Well, you can still make a button for one big heal when, because you use that out of combat a lot, but yeah. It's fine. I changed it. Now, I guess Abysm will look for a room to stay at his probably more favorite inn, because he comes here often. As a
I
merchant,
live
I'm
here.
sure.
I'll go home.
Oh, Amar actually lives in Magnamar. You weren't, like, visiting when they met you? Where's Amara's house?
Yeah, remember I'm childhood friend of the mayor.
Yeah, but I
I
thought...
thought his life was in danger, so that's why I joined the party.
Oh, I know. I thought you were just visiting or something. But where's your house? Let's give you a house.
I don't know. You choose.
You're gonna live next to Foxglove's old manor.
Okay.
You might actually have known Foxglove.
I knew Foxglove.
Probably. You might have done the locks in his
No,
house.
because remember that's how we met. Yes, that's exactly what I did. Remember that's how that's how I got introduced to the party.
Yeah, that's right. You did all the locks in the house, and you were there seeking payment?
Yeah, because he hadn't paid me for them yet, because he got turned into a ghoul, but I didn't know that yet. I was like collecting from this deadbeat Foxglove who needed to pay me back, and he hadn't done it yet.
Deadbeat Foxglove. I like it.
Yeah. Where am I missing? Like my points spent for skills aren't adding up. I feel like there's something I don't have points in where I should. Where is that? I get bugged when I have like a discrepancy between the Fantasy Grounds character sheet and the Hero Lab character sheet. It bugs me. Even if it doesn't really matter.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't know.
I just sit on the adjust tab a lot because I forget to turn things on and off, so I just kind of default to that tab now. It helps.
Whatever.
Everybody in their OCD.
I guess one thing I could do to help my will save is I could sell this kind of pointless. One of the items I have is kind of pointless for me, which is I have a headband of like charisma,
Okay.
and actually I don't even need to sell one. I could just swap them out. Like this is probably the correct play here. Take off the headband of charisma and wear the headband of wisdom. That gives me a +1 to my will save. Like it's probably a good idea.
I mean,
As much
the
as being
merchant's
charismatic is
probably
nice.
gonna want like a little change for his time and efforts.
No, I mean I literally have
Oh, you
one
have
in my bag
one.
of. I have
Oh.
a headband of wisdom +2 in my bag of holding, and I could just wear that instead of the one of +2 charisma. Like that's probably the correct play here. I'm like trying to figure out like, man, what can I afford to boost my will save? Because I feel like that's kind of a problem right now.
Yeah, you
But-
need something to help you against fear specifically.
Well, I mean, there's a spell, but like when we're not ready for it, and it just, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Surprise!
So I think, like that's the thing is I like fort I can mostly handle by using that feet twist away. Like my fort
Oh,
save's
yeah.
really bad, but I kind of have that covered. I can just, as long as I'm not staggered already, I can just, let myself be staggered in order to use my reflex instead of doing a fort save.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's pretty good, but I can't do the same thing for will. Like that's why I have iron will, like the feet. I actually tried to do some stuff to help that out, but it's just not enough. But I think a headband of wisdom is probably a good idea. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put I think let's see here. Headband of alluring charisma is gonna go into the bag of holding, and then the headband of inspired wisdom is going to be equipped.
Okay. Is anything Amara wanted to do? I know Henrik's buying scroll and copying.
Uh, I don't even think I have any money to do any shopping.
Anything you guys wanted to sell?
I don't carry any of that stuff either.
Let's see.
There's also adjust my ability scores down here.
I don't think I have
So
anything I want to sell.
that's good. Then I'll make my will save a +8 instead of a +7, which is still not very good, but yeah, any little bit helps at this point.
Who had the wand of restoration?
I have one of those. Lesser
Can I
restoration.
get you to use it on me a couple of times? Because I have 6 strength damage from
I
bleeding
have,
Oh, yeah.
myself.
here. I have the spell.
You can just
book.
hardcast it. Okay. If you need like a second one and you only have one prepared, though, I can use one of the charges. I don't think I've used a single one yet. Okay. I think the wand, though, one of the nice
you
things
go.
about it is it's still just a single standard action to use it, so it's
Great,
actually
that'll work.
faster to, like, in mid-combat, the wand's actually better.
Yeah. It gets around the casting time.
Yep. Although, of course, you do have to, like, pull it out and whatnot. Fortunately, I normally just have a free hand, like, because I just use a single weapon, like one-handed weapon. And I don't need a hand for, like, spellcasting because I'm not a spellcaster. I just pretend to be one.
Man, to make a wand of dispel magic, that's gonna cost a lot of money. But I need to look into that.
I guess I could sell this. What do I have here? Valuable set of ivory runestones. These weren't like something we needed to keep for some reason, were they? I don't
I don't think so.
remember. I don't think so. I think these are. It says their value is 1400. I guess if I can throw that on the party sheet or something, and maybe we can sell that while we're in Magnamar. So I'll do that. I'll pull that, put that in the party sheet, so we can sell it.
Oh, Henrik should buy one more second level scroll. Acid Arrow is good for getting around
So
spell resistance.
I'm going to sell this +1 large breastplate because that's kind of pointless. I think I might keep the headband of Alluring Charisma for now. I don't know. I probably could just sell it, honestly. It doesn't really do me any good.
I don't think it does any of you guys good except for like enhance your
The only thing I
diplomacy.
can think of is like it's a sort of thing where like after Nizzo's done adventuring, that's probably what he'd want to use because like the charisma stuff's more useful for him in doing business.
That's true. Keep it for later.
But yeah,
Call it the work helmet.
I do definitely think I want to sell the +1 cold iron returning dagger just because it's a medium dagger, I think. So it's not especially like that good for me. If it was
Short
small, I
sword.
probably would use it. Except I've used it as a penalty, and I don't know if I can throw it.
I can't throw short swords, so no.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna sell that if nobody else wants it.
Not well.
Well, it
Yeah.
has a returning feature.
Yeah, it does, but that doesn't do me any good. If somebody else wants it, they can take it though.
If it has the returning feature, it will return. But you'd have to put like there is actually a spell enchant that makes them better to throw. So if you had that and returning, it'd be a decent throwing weapon.
I think I'd be better off. I don't know. Like maybe using the money to either get my own returning dagger that's like sized appropriately. Possibly the other thing I could do is I have this +3 small short spear. If I had returning on that, or a spell that gave it returning, I could just do that. And actually, the short spear is my most powerful magic weapon, even though I don't use it. Like
Anything
generally, I do
else?
less damage, but there's probably some DR situations where it would be better.
Any other items you guys want to sell?
I think I'm good for now. Nothing that I can think of, or that Henrik can think of. I don't know, maybe he's thinking of something, but I can't think of it.
Okay, so that gives me a little bit more money to work with selling that stuff. Not a whole lot, but a little bit more. Is that our plan? Are we just gonna go back and fight this dragon, like round 2?
Well, we may not have to fight it. I have like a couple of ways to go about it. I mean, one of the options is yeah to fight it, but I was gonna see if maybe we could just get past it. Um, I have invisibility sphere, so we might be able to just sneak by.
Because we don't care that much about like trying to steal his dragon hoard or anything necessarily. I mean, that would be nice, but that's not really that important, right?
Not
So we
really.
really just need to get to the main thing is we need to get to the rune forge. Figure out what the rune forge is all about. They have all the things turned on for this character. I need to go check. Oh man, I definitely don't.
So I'm assuming you guys stay overnight at least one night.
Yeah, we're staying at least one night in Magnamar.
What time in the morning do you guys want to start whatever you're doing?
Crack of dawn.
8 in the morning. Okay. That's the earliest you're gonna get me to do anything in real life, so I think 8's a good time. Unless you guys like to do things really early. I imagine you guys wake up at like 7 or something and spend an hour preparing spells.
Hmm. Well, I mean, not Henrik. He does it in 15 minutes. He's fast.
Henrik's quite the book nerd. He's used to flipping through pages now.
Yep. Especially since he has most of them neatly categorized in Henrik's spellbooks, volume 1 through 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just looking, doing last minute looking to see
How
if there's
large was
anything.
the dragon we fought?
It was a ancient or something. It was huge. Or was it colossal? I don't remember. I think it was huge.
I think it was colossal. Let me check.
No, it was huge.
I'm pretty sure he had. Oh, well, let me check. No, that's Amara. Yeah, it was just huge.
Okay.
Was it the elementals that were colossal? Maybe that was it. And they might just
Maybe
be
could have been
huge as well.
gargantuan.
That's right.
No, the
Colossal
definitely
five
colossal.
squares.
Huge too.
Colossal is actually 6 squares technically, or
6.
can be at least.
Oh,
It can
It's
vary.
30 by 30.
yeah. that
Colossal's
was
listed as
huge.
30 feet. But it was more like, it might have been 20, it might have been gargantuan. It was either huge or gargantuan, it was one of those two. But yeah, I think it was pretty big.
It was big. It was white.
Also, it had like spell casting as if it were a sorcerer, you know, on top of being a dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was really old, and that's just what old dragons do, they become sorcerers basically.
Henrik basically put like protection from energy on you guys, and by the end of the fight, which the dragon was clearly winning at the time, you guys had like 18 protection left. That's how much it
Yeah,
ate up.
it just chewed through it. And a lot of it was even like, it wasn't even trying to, it just has like this thing where if you're standing near it, you take cold damage every round.
Yeah, it's so cold. The dragon is so cold, you just take cold damage for being next to it.
Well, I have resist energy communal.
I think that's what,
He
was
took
it?
put
I don't
protection
remember.
on where you get the 120 absorption.
Okay. Yeah, resist is different though.
Yeah,
Resist is
they
just a
were
flat-
banking
flat
on you
amount.
doing damage because they were having a hard time doing so. Aside from Henrik, but Nizza was out of the combat completely.
No, I was.
Abysm wasn't even
we were,
really doing
I think
that
we were
much.
banking on Abysm doing the damage.
He can only hit on a crit. That was the problem.
That was a big problem, yeah.
Eventually, Star Fox will be here for the rest of the session, but
Hopefully it comes to us
Wait,
soon.
we could only hit on crits? Ouch.
yeah.
Abysm only could at least.
That thing was packing
was
like
feared.
close to 40 AC.
It had some
Yeah, and I was
spells on
feared
it.
the entire combat, so I don't think I would have had a very fun time trying to hit it either, though. Like, my 2 hits a little bit better than Abysm's, I think, but not enough that I don't think it would have mattered. Like, I probably would have been having just as much difficulty.
My to hit's not that great either.
Yeah, but you got multiples. You got 5 attacks because you were hasted.
That's true. Did I smite him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh man, I probably should have learned communal protection from energy while we were here. Oh well.
Oh, man, some of these, for the sizes, they have like a grid for the reach. And it's one of the ones they have here is the old one. When you could just,
If you scroll
if you
down,
walked in from a diagonal. Yeah, they have a better one bottom there, but I mean, the old one where if you walked in from a diagonal, you could just, like, walk right past the large creature's reach.
yeah, I think they have that on SRD for a reason because the first core book, maybe the first two or something, but then they will mention in the words saying something about the official rulings are now, blah 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 blah. So
Yeah, there's
maybe
a better
people
picture at
like
the
the
bottom.
old books. Because you can still buy the old core books, technically, from Paizo's website if you really wanted to.
I mean, mine's still an old copy.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Mine's new.
Yeah. I kind of want to get that old paperback one. I like that one, actually.
Third level scrolls get expensive.
Yeah. Spells get spendy.
Oh, we got money?
Yeah, we sold some of the stuff I had in one of my bag of holdings.
Oh, maybe we'll just buy a bunch of these scrolls.
That's why I was like looking to see if there was a useful item to get, but I don't know that there is.
Depends on what you want for what slot, I guess. Hey, there's Star Fox. That's what I like about like being a game master of these adventure paths is like all these extra items that come with the adventure path. It's so exciting to see them and be like, oh my god, that's neat, you know. But it's unique. It's only available when that AP came out.
So did we fight this dragon in the air, or did it come down and beat us up on the
No, we all had airwalk and we're walking, basically fighting it up in the air. I don't think it would have come down to fight us. I think it would have just kicked the
Flow
shit out
and
of
kick the
us
shit out of you.
from
Yeah.
yeah, from up in the air.
Well, I don't think he wanted to fight anymore at that point.
Well,
No, eventually you
before,
got tired of it.
yeah.
Oh,
At the start of the fight, if you
But I was
guys
saying,
didn't airwalk, he would have just like murdered you guys in that narrow stairway. Because he'd be in the air and you guys would just be prey.
Yeah, he wouldn't have come down to like melee us. He would have just stayed up there and just used all of his spells and breath weapons and things like that. There was a great video actually of that about that where the person was talking about like it's like I never have my dragons go down and fight people. Why would it do that?
Mm-mm.
well, most of the time they can afford to stay in the air. But some parties will just beat the shit out of it, even if it is flying.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the thing is you have to be able to handle that like when they do that.
And like we actually we don't fight very well at ranged. We don't have like that dedicated bow dude that a lot of other
Right.
parties usually do.
Frankly, it's boring.
Bow guys? Yeah.
Not any more boring than a fighter.
Do you see me playing a fighter?
No. But you can make like an optimized bow bard. And then there you go. More stuff to
Yeah,
do.
The
Bard can do it.
archaeologist
Bards can totally do it.
archaeologist bard bow is actually a pretty decent.
Yeah,
That's
but the
sort of doing
archaeologist
bow.
is a little selfish, though. Like, if you were sharing your buffs with the party, I think it's way more beneficial, honestly. No offense, archaeologist.
Maybe, but it's fun. It's
Or the bow paladin?
There you go. The
bow paladin is really good. I've done that before. you just kill, like, you're like, you smite stuff, and then you just full attack every round with the smite buff on the one target, and it's gonna die, and there's not really anything they can do about it.
Yeah.
A lot of times, at least. I mean, if they have cover, I guess, or something, or somewhere to give themselves concealment, that works.
Star Fox,
But,
your
like,
sensitivity's up there?
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Okay.
So I'm guessing greater black tentacles would not be useful against this dragon.
no, I don't think so.
Mantis really
have to come
wants to
down.
use that spell. He like
Well,
really
if
wants
it
to
came
use
down and fought us, it would be useful. I didn't know how we were fighting it.
You guys airwalked because that's like one of the first things I had Amara do. Because, well, I guess I had insight on what was going to happen, so whatever. It helped you all, sort of. The funny thing is, Matt, is that the dragon's AC, like, I wasn't even done. I can amp that up even more.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
That's how absurd that thing is. Like, no wonder this fucker's like over 500 years old plus. I'm not really sure how old he is. He was old enough to do raids 500 years ago, so I imagine he might have been like a young adult 500 years ago.
Are we trying to figure out how to defeat the dragon?
So you guys came here,
Yeah.
you sold stuff. If you have anything you want to sell, go ahead and put it in the party thing. And then you guys bought whatever you needed to do. Heinrich's preparing spells and buying scrolls. And you guys, it's the next day in the morning, so you can kind of choose what you guys want to do.
I'm just trying to find a way to shore up my will save still.
I tell Abysm that we've been in Magnemar, and if you need to do anything in Magnemar, then, we've got the time to do it. But I tell Abysm that I've been researching it. I went to go research a spell really quickly, and it'll allow a weapon that I enchant to basically break apart our opponent's resistance to magic if you can hit them.
And I can hit them.
So the spell lasts a few minutes, so not the longest time, but we have that option now. And
Is it castable on someone else? It's not a personal
It is.
spell?
I can cast it
Okay,
on other
that's
people's
good.
weapons. I can affect melee weapons, thrown weapons, or projectiles. I was also thinking that, so one of my plans to deal with this dragon is to not fight it and try to use Invisibility Sphere to get us past it. But if that doesn't work,
Dragons are known for their keen senses.
right. So I have to set contingency. If that doesn't work, do we want to immediately start to fight it or try something else? I was also wondering if maybe we could try to find its lair with like an arcane eye or something, and then like block it from coming out.
The complicating factor is that once we get up to the door, we don't know what we're going to be facing at the door. So we're going to need some amount of time to try and, I mean, if there's some obstacle at the door, we're going to need some time to try and overcome that as well.
True. Hey, you know what? That might be a good thing to ask the quill.
Oh, we do have
Consult
that,
the
yes.
quill.
About what,
So
like,
we know for sure there's a door that leads to wherever it is we're going at the top of the stairs.
I thought we saw one.
No, you guys didn't see a door. You guys saw, so you guys were going up the stairway that was curving upward, and then at the top, is more like, a another stairway, but more like bricks, steeper and more sharp and defined, to a cave. So you don't actually see a door. You just see structure that was created, not natural, but let's just use the word man-made structure of stairway. At the top, though, at the stairway, you did see what appeared to be two statues, also. But you guys didn't really take time to notice that because you were busy fighting elementals and a dragon.
We we defeated the elementals, didn't we?
yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, what kind of question could we ask the quill to help us today?
Where's Batman?
I suppose.
That's an easy one. You just shine a bat signal on the clouds.
Well, that doesn't say where he is. What if you want to go to him without him knowing?
You'll never go to him without him knowing because he's Batman.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. He's got too many gadgets around the city watching you.
That's right. The police
Do we
state.
know kind of what the area is called? Like these stairs or whatever?
You know it's called the
It
Rim
was-
Skull?
Yeah.
Rhyme? Rim? Fuck.
Rhyme skull.
Rhyme. Why is it an I? Why can't they just use a Y right there? Ah. I don't know. English is hard.
A lie?
Yeah, then my mind would register rhyme. My brain, it's not very smart.
Yeah, RIME is it's an actual English word apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
right.
It's a coating of frost.
Yep.
Um. Hmm. Well, we know there's a cave up there. Was the dragon? Did the dragon come from in the cave? No, it was hiding outside of the cave, right?
You don't really know, but Amara can guess because she's the one that saw something moving up there. And Henrik rolled a knowledge. And Henrik, you know that it can take the form of like ice shape. So it probably just took the form of the current environment, atmosphere, and that's probably what Amara saw when she saw rock moving or something like that, and the jagged spikes of the ice from the rock. So with that, you guys can assume that it was probably out there watching.
Okay.
Could we dimmed or pass? But then we just get trapped in the cave,
Mm-hmm.
and we might trigger 2 or more encounters.
Just open some doors.
All of the doors. Open them.
Just run around opening doors in the middle of combat. It's always the best strategy.
So then all your buffs are up, so you don't have to worry about them falling off.
Yep. Yeah, you don't have to worry about the DM being like, no, you spent several minutes getting to this door. Like, no, I spent a couple rounds because we were in rounds when I went to it.
It was a long
I
hallway.
run everywhere I go. All the time.
Always taking the full defense action.
Could you
You never
imagine
know.
playing a campaign in rounds the whole time?
You have like the guy doing the literally using like I'm doing a perception check for like every single square.
Yeah.
I take 20
And I'm gonna
on every square.
and I'm gonna take 20 on every square. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and comb it for a full like 2 minutes for every 5-foot square.
Alright. Are we gonna get a move on? Are we
Alright.
still thinking?
Unplanning my spells.
I'm gonna ask the Quill a question, and
Okay.
I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna ask it. What is our greatest? What will be our greatest challenge on the way to Shalast? That's where we're trying to go, right? Or to the Runeforge.
What would be your greatest challenge on your way to the Runeforge?
Yes, I think.
Yes.
And this is the answer in riddles one?
Yeah. The cryptic ant.
Jeez, okay.
Even if it's not immediately useful information, it's still information that we can begin to probe for later.
Um... Well, okay. There's a number of things that I don't really see as challenging to this particular party, so I think I have my answer. The quill responds on the piece of paper. Let me type that out.
Okie dokie. It could be fun if it was like a magic 8 ball.
Exactly. That's the one I was thinking. We'll ask again later.
Yeah.
The ask again later is the most cheeseball response.
Wait, okay, so wait. The question was on your way to Runeforge or Jinshalast?
To the Runeforge because
Runeforge.
I think I know the book is called Spires of Shalast, but I don't think we know that like it's in Shalast, or do we? So I think Runeforge would be more accurate to the character's knowledge.
We've heard about Shinselost a bit, but I don't think we have
Do we know
any
that's where the
specific-
Runeforge is?
I thought the Runeforge was in Rhyme School, or whatever.
Okay.
That's where you guys
Well,
are
if
going.
that's the answer it gives us, then that's something. Then maybe the next day I'll probably ask it, what is the challenge within the Runeforge? And then, yeah, just keep divining more information.
Yeah, its SR was like, we failed way more than half the spells we ever threw at it.
I was just getting really bad rolls. I don't think I rolled anything above like a 10 or 11. It had to
You
have
did
like
this.
at least.
You dispelled a spell that it cast on itself, though. I remember that.
I did.
But that was a caster level check. I don't
Well,
know if
Oh, a
SR
twice you
works
will
with
make.
this.
Interesting.
overcoming spell resistance is also a caster level check, though.
Um,
But
But
yeah,
I
it
mean,
was a
I
lower
do know
DC.
that
yeah.
I do
yeah.
know that dragons, only some of their spells work at their like max caster level. Most of like the wizard and sorcerer spells they have access to are at a lower caster level.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
So those are probably ones that I got rid of.
for the dispel aspect, yeah.
Yeah. The SR is something really high because I think I didn't get it on like a 25 or something.
Yeah,
I think I rolled a
for
10.
some reason, 26 or 27 has come into mind.
Yeah,
I forget.
Yeah.
Star Fox, you're right.
Okay, well, I'm ready. I tell the group that I think we should try first to invisibility sphere and see if we can go unnoticed. But if that doesn't work, then we need to have our defenses and attack plan ready. Pay the dragon. I mean, we could try. I don't know if we have enough valuables for it, though.
It's a dragon. I'm sure it'll take anything we offer it, and then everything we didn't.
We did fight it, though, and it might be like a pride sort of thing now.
I'll give it one potion of Endure Elements.
I have a scroll of floating.
Because it totally
disc.
needs that, right?
I have a
Yeah,
1500
definitely.
gold ivory bobblehead of myself.
Oh, that's right, you do.
I got
Yeah.
no, that doesn't do me any good. Why do I have this stupid potion of barkskin +3? I'm never gonna use this stupid
I have
potion.
one of those too. Hey, it could come in handy.
I mean, technically, it gives me one higher AC than what I get from a natural armor bonus right now, I think. Or does this... I don't think they stack. I think they're both... Like, I think the barkskin stacks with normal natural armor, but the
This one's
amulet
with
is the same
normal,
type
yeah.
of bonus. Yeah, so the amulet doesn't stack
So it
with
won't
it.
stack with the amulet.
So it would just override the amulet by being one higher. So, I mean, I could use that and boost my AC up to, like, 30 or whatever. But... I don't know. Yeah, its AC is ridiculous. Even if I flank with somebody, I only would get a +20 to hit, so 40 AC is kind of a lot.
It is pretty up there.
I don't. I don't really have anything to help with that.
Heal!
Oh,
The
well,
AC, I mean.
if depending on how gambly we want to get, you could take harm. But that's SR and
And it gets a fort save, I
a
think.
save.
Hmm.
But I did say it was gambly. Its touch AC seemed to be much more reasonable. It's just the SR was a problem.
So I think I need to buy a gun and have greater visibility cast on me.
Did we get pistols at wrong game? Never mind.
I could do, let's see, I could go buy something like a wand of acid splash, or maybe something a little bit better, but get some sort of acidic wand and just, like,
Or just
or even,
magic missile.
yeah, even, well, no, because I can't do sneak attack damage with a magic missile, but I can do sneak attack damage with a touch spell, or a ranged touch spell,
Gotcha.
if I'm invisible.
But it still needs to get through the SR.
That's why
Yeah.
I do
It's
something like
like-
Acid Splash that's Conjuration magic and doesn't have SR.
Yeah.
Acid it to death.
Like, I literally could do precision damage on an Acid Splash if I'm concealed.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can.
But
Well, I mean, I can greater invisibility you.
the biggest issue I'm seeing with this is that he's going to be in concealment because he's got that stupid
That's right,
Spell.
cloud thing. So that kind of shuts me down because I
Oh,
have the one.
yeah.
If it was a fog effect, I have the goggles for that. But
Are you saying the goggles, they do nothing?
yes, exactly what I'm saying.
Wait, he's also in concealment? How is he?
Yes.
He summons a blizzard
He's got
around him, so only
Yeah,
snow
so he's-
vision can get past it. Or blizzard vision, either one works.
Is there a spell that does that allows you to see through like blizzards and shit?
Maybe.
What about
Probably.
true seeing?
It wouldn't be true seeing because it's not
physical
trying
obstruction.
to.
Effect.
Yeah, it's a physical obstruction.
If you get good
I
scent.
feel like there's gotta be a.
Still doesn't.
Oh,
gotta be a spell.
okay. I know something. Echolocation can do it. That gives you blind sight.
Oh, there you go.
I don't have the spell, but I could always wish for it.
Limited wish?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was like, oh, it's pretty expensive for a wish, but you know.
But that is a personal spell.
Oh. Not if
Yeah,
you
but this is
wished it
limited
upon
wish.
you. That makes sense. I think a limited wish would allow that because you're wishing it upon. You're wishing for it.
It says it duplicates anything that is like at least 6th level or appropriate. So echolocation is a 4th level spell. So I mean, I'm sure there's
Good
like
for wizard.
we could reason
Gotcha.
out
Couldn't
that
I
like
just use control winds to get the storm
Mhm.
out the way?
that's also
That's
something
an
we could
interesting
try.
idea. Yeah.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool too.
This is
I like that idea.
Spell.
It sounds more efficient than spending high-level spells to mimic low-level spells.
So,
So that actually sounds pretty good because if we can get rid of the blizzard with the control winds, and he's greater invisibility with the wand of acid splash, so he can sneak attack on a touch attack. That sounds like it might be a pretty good combo thing going on there.
We don't know if he has true sight, do we?
We
We don't. Actually, I don't think he does because I was invisible for a while, and he didn't like take any pot shots at me. Well, I think he did attack me once or something, but it's because I know he has blind sense. So he can
Yes.
tell where you are, but not actually pinpoint you. So if we do make Nizu invisible, and you're close enough to him, which you probably will be if it's 30 feet, then he'll know where you are, but he can't guard himself from your invisibility.
Although control winds might just make it so that because this
Well,
would
I
be
don't have
like
to. It doesn't have to
what,
be acid
hurricane
splash.
force winds.
It could be a
It would
melee.
make it
touch.
really difficult for us to airwalk in it.
Like there's a
Yeah,
level
but
one.
you have control winds, so you
There's a
can
level one
raise or lower the.
concentration touch spell called that you almost never use because basically it's the shitty version of Shocking Grasp. But in this particular situation, it's actually not bad. There it is. It's Corrosive Touch.
Yeah.
And it does
It's lame.
1d4 acid damage. But oh no, this one is lame because this one allows spell
Yes.
resistance. What the hell?
Because
Why?
For some
Why?
bizarre reason, it allows spell resistance, and it's worse than Shocking Grasp.
Why
and it
do
has
they
no
do
purpose
this?
to exist.
This spell would
Unless
be
you
like
want acid damage.
yeah, no, this spell would actually yeah, but even then you're probably better off just like meta magicking a Shocking Grasp to do acid damage. Like at least
Corrosive Touch
that's what I did.
doesn't have any redeeming features. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so bad. They should just have made it so it had no spell resistance like Acid Splash, for example. Because then there would actually be a point to it. Like, it's generally worse, but if you're in something that has spell resistance, you might actually
Right.
want to use it. And it would also fit with Acid Splash then.
And Acid Arrow at second level, it would be your first level option to ignore DR for less damage, or SR. That would make sense. And it sounds like a good house
Anyway,
rule.
so I think we have an idea of what we want to do, right?
Yes.
So you want me to go buy the Wand of Acid Splash? They're pretty cheap.
Wand of Acid Splash.
Yeah.
Oh,
like an Acid Splash,
I mean,
people.
yeah, sure.
It's
Remember
like
Precision
300.
Damage?
It's
I
cheap.
probably am. It's pretty cheap. Level 1 spell, level 0 spell, like cantrip
Okay.
ones are pretty cheap. Maybe
So should our plan be to confront the dragon, or to sneak past it first?
Well, I mean, the default action is always going to be fighting it. So we can always try something else.
although
If it doesn't work,
does it
we'll
have
end up fighting
acid
it.
resistance? Do we know if this thing had
No,
acid
it doesn't.
resistance?
I
Okay.
don't think it does.
Okay,
So
so
we
I'm
can
gonna
try to
compare
sneak past
some like
it.
resist energy and some protection from energy then,
Yeah,
because
cold.
I don't have communal. Abysm, can you cover yourself with one of those?
Energy communal.
That
Oh,
sounds
you
like a
do?
defensive
Okay.
spell.
I didn't cast it last time, but I have it.
Okay, well, let's have Amara do that then. I think that'll work.
Remember, if it doesn't do damage, I don't got it.
Gotcha. Alright, well, I guess let's start going to the mountain.
Okay, I
Do
heard
you want
that
me to
keyword
teleport us
there.
there?
Before you guys do that, I would like a series of rolls that are just gonna help me like smooth out your guys's
Demise.
no. So I would like everybody to roll me a will save, including Diana and Leopold.
Ooh.
Just your base save, and then if you guys have any bonuses, just tell me what type of bonuses you have to it.
Well, Leopold passes.
Well, you don't know that.
Yeah, I do. He rolled a 20.
Yeah, 20's an auto succeed
Oh.
on saves.
I guess you did. Okay, that's fair.
Diana probably failed.
Does anybody get
That's okay.
bonuses
I'll be
to
right back there protecting her.
will saves? Nobody? No bonuses?
What was that?
Do you guys have any additional bonuses to your will saves?
I mean, it depends on what
I
it
don't
is.
think
That's what
so.
I'm telling you. Tell me what type of bonuses, Amara.
So Diana gets bonuses against enchantments.
Okay.
Yeah, against all enchantment spells, a +4.
Excellent. And what about Amara?
I her save is as it is.
Okay. Now I need a perception. I'm trying something new. I'm gonna see if this is works good for me.
Oh god, what's the thing that makes it so that I can't see any of my wand stuff?
Combat status standard. Just keep it standard. Down below the mode.
Yeah, mode standard, I'm on that. Display summary actions? What is it? Does that matter?
Wait, what are you trying to do?
I'm not seeing any difference.
I'm sorry.
I don't see any of my wands are like listed down there and they have the charges. Like they're not in my actions tab where they normally would be. Like they disappeared.
Do you click on the level 1 gray bar? Does that do it?
Okay, there they are. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that collapses. I think that plus sign's like an expand all. That might like expand everything, I'm not sure.
Okay, cool. I need to add another one.
Henrik and Nizzo, perceptions?
Okay, let's see.
Perfect.
Not a bad.
Okay, so what do you guys do? Teleport back to where the stones are at the bottom of the stairs?
Does that sound like a plan, guys?
Sure.